Every morning, we meet a unique opportunity to open the doors of our subconscious mind. This is not magic, but ordinary physiology and brain chemistry, the body's circadian rhythms, which regulate the physical and psychological processes of the body, play a crucial role in this process. When we wake up, our biological clock is triggered and the brain begins to produce serotonin and other hormones that wake us up and help us transition from the deep sleep phase to an active waking state. It is in these moments when the brain switches from delta and theta activity to a higher frequency, beta state, that we are able to perceive reality consciously. How we wake up is important because our thoughts in the first few minutes can set the tone for the entire day. If we become stressed or anxious immediately after waking up, the body and mind don't have time to adapt to the new state, and we stay in the familiar, tense reality. This means we fall back into the loop of old habits, not giving ourselves a chance to start the day in a mindful way. To change your day, you need to start with yourself. When we are in a transitional state, such as between sleep and wakefulness, the brain becomes more receptive to change. This is a perfect moment to introduce new thoughts and attitudes that will guide us throughout the day. It is at this point that we can reprogram the subconscious mind to start working toward our goal. Most people start thinking about problems, tasks, commitments, and meetings with people in the morning. Immediately grabbing the phone, we return to the old reality, the one associated with previous experiences and events. But if we realize that these thoughts only reinforce our habitual pattern of behavior, we might choose a different path. Thoughts are the language of the brain and feelings are the language of the body. Together they create the internal state in which we live. If we keep repeating the same thoughts and emotions every day, we reinforce old neural connections that form habitual responses. But if we learn to focus on the future instead of the past, begin to visualize who we want to become, our brain begins to build new neural pathways, opening up opportunities for new actions and changes. Research shows that the brain responds to our mental images as if they were reality. If we imagine a future in which we have already achieved what we want and feel the emotions we would experience in that future, our brain begins to accept these changes as a fait accompli. In this way, we create a new pattern of behavior where feelings and thoughts arise first, followed by actions. When you consciously decide to wake up in a new way, before you even touch the phone, you are already opening up new possibilities for yourself. You can choose how to react to the day's events, how to treat loved ones, how to work with yourself and your dreams. In order to truly change yourself and your life, you must first experience wholeness and oneness. Feel yourself already changed, even if external circumstances do not yet confirm it. Learn to feel love, gratitude, and joy while the change is just beginning. The process of change begins with the realization that in order to change one's reality, one must first change one's personality. This requires not only new thoughts, but also new actions, states, and habits. When you ask yourself in meditation, "Who do I want to be when I open my eyes?" it means that you are ready to take a step toward a new self. You no longer want to think that something is impossible or that it won't work out. You learn to recognize old, unnecessary thoughts and replace them with new ones that support your inner transformation. Meditation is not just a way to relax. It is a tool that helps you enter a new state of mind and body where you can become an observer of your inner processes. As you sit in silence, you begin to realize which thoughts and emotions no longer serve you and which ones you want to move into your new self. At this point, your brain begins to make new neural connections that align with your future rather than your past. This process can be compared to learning a new language. Old habits die out, and new ones become the norm. If you feel joy, gratitude, and love even before your life changes, your body and brain will begin to accept these feelings as a natural state. You become the source of change, no longer dependent on external circumstances. Change comes from within, and the more you focus on your inner experiences, the more vividly they begin to appear in your reality. Real changes don't happen when you hope for external change, but when you are willing to change on the inside. When you stop being an observer of your life and start acting, it opens the door to healing and transformation. Your thoughts, actions, and emotions become conscious, and therein lies the power of change. As you work on yourself, you realize that only inner change can lead to real results in life. Becoming aware of your thoughts and actions throughout the day is the first step to real self-improvement. Even if you fall back into an old habit, it's important to notice it and make the conscious choice, "I'll do it differently next time." Every realization of your unconsciousness is a moment when you choose a new path, and it is moments like this that activate the evolutionary process. You become not only the master of your thoughts, but also of your body, learning to choose your state regardless of external circumstances. When you begin to meditate, you may feel that your thoughts and emotions begin to go beyond the usual patterns. This is the moment of real change. You begin to create a new inner world, which will later be reflected in your external reality. You don't have to wait for a crisis to happen. Consciousness is the key to change. The more you notice your automatic reactions, the easier it will be for you to direct your life in a new direction. It is important to realize that every moment of awareness is a step towards a new reality where you are creating the future, not just repeating the past.